Now that Rudy Giuliani is under investigation for allegedly violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act, he's going to need some legal defense. Now, you might be wondering, well, why does Rudy Giuliani need legal defense? He's a lawyer. He's generally a pretty well-known lawyer. Well, I would tend to think, in my limited experience anyway with the law, that it's maybe not a good idea to represent yourself in criminal court, especially when most of the time you're 3 sheets to the wind and accidentally butt dialing your secrets to reporters. Just saying. But what do I know? I'm just a simple talk show host. Now the problem with, of course, getting a legal defense is that it turns out it costs so much darn money. Yeah, if only Rudy Giuliani had a friend in high places that could loan him maybe a few million for the defense. Maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe somebody whose name rhymes with a dump. Could you think of anybody? No, right. Maybe the former client, ex-president. Yeah. Turns out the person in question, of course, that I'm talking about is not exactly rushing to jump into Rudy Giuliani's defense. In fact, according to New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman, Trump said that he believes that it's not his, quote, call to go help his longtime friend or ally and personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, with his legal expenses now that he's under investigation. Apparently, Giuliani's allies have been quite frustrated with the former president's lack of help for his so-called friend. It also follows, of course, Trump's refusal to pay legal expenses he owes for Giuliani for his unsuccessful attempts to try to overturn the 2020 presidential election, which was never going to happen. And all Rudy Giuliani was doing was just taking $20,000 to fart in court and make ridiculous arguments. I mean, that's pretty much it. We all know how that went. Didn't go well. So now, to go along with this, I got a tweet here from CNN reporter Gabby Orr saying, and this is quoting Andrew Giuliani, quote, "The nut may crack in the next 36 hours. Trump could be the hero by jumping in to help Rudy with his mounting legal costs." Now, that's important because the nut might crack. Well, who's the nut here? Well, obviously, Giuliani. And basically, that's signaling to Trump world, hey, you might want to jump in, or else he's gonna talk. He's gonna talk. Well, I mean, it can't be any more clear than that. Okay, at least in my opinion. Now, Haberman adds, if this was just a simple issue of Trump not realizing Giuliani was in trouble, as some Giuliani allies believe, then this would have been dealt with days ago. So, he's hurting. Trump knows he's hurting. And he's like, hey, man, wish I could help. Not my call. I mean, it really does show you that Trump has abandoned his so-called friend. Now, maybe that's because of reports that Giuliani was going to flip on Trump, or maybe just the fact that Donald Trump doesn't give a shit. I mean, after all, why should he help Rudy Giuliani when Rudy failed to keep Trump in office? I mean, it's that failure. And if you're no longer useful to the former president, if you're no longer useful to Donald Trump, then he doesn't give a damn about you. I'm not going to pay this sad loser baby 1 cent. I don't really have that money because I don't have that much money. I'm actually not rich. But I'm not going to pay for Rudy Giuliani either because he's a loser. Sad. Why can't he? If it's not Donald Trump's call, by the way, whose call is it? It's kind of a ridiculous argument. It's a weird message and completely unhelpful to Rudy Giuliani, to which I say to Rudy, welcome to the underside of the bus with the rest of Donald Trump's friends. Sad baby.
Okay.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.